Are you ready for some football? It's the Jags and the Chargers coming up next.
Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood.
Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Now Lawrence on first down.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Brings up second and 5.
They'll run it. This is James Robinson.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And trying to shake free, but ETN cannot. The defense will stop him short.
Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. Yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line. Off the play fake. Herbert.
He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
A lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 24-yard line.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Jets so good, he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Herbert. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a letdown defensively because they had them stacked up 3rd and long, and you know their thought process had to be just make the tackle in front of the sticks and force the 3. Instead, they allowed him room to run, and now they're facing 1st and goal, looking to regroup.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game.
Now, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroad.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind. Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Now Lawrence.
Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Here's Lawrence. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And he coughed it up and picked up by the Chargers. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert.
Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Another great throw there, and we talked about him when he broke the single-season record. But that last completion, CD, that puts him over 6,000 yards passing on the season. Just unheard of.
Brandon, there was a time not long ago when 3,000 yards was the gold standard for quarterbacks. He's doubled that. If more people come along like him and hit that type of a number, if you throw for 3,000 yards, you're in danger of losing your job. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
The quick slant caught. The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, up over 130 yards, and a touchdown.
And I don't know about you, partner, but if anybody ranks me in the top 10 in anything, I'm really happy.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. And not a good time for the sack on 2nd and goal, a loss of 6. And now it's third down.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
And he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game.
And the Chargers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area, wherever he lines up, to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions. but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you? You
better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that, possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence, he'll get this off to ETN. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. He'll find Farrell open left side. And he goes out right around the 39. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
With the handoff to Robinson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them. But go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off at the 35. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll run on 1st down. It's Robinson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of the receiver, Swindle. And the Jags are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Touchdown!
Robert Tonyan.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead will shrink to 6. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Charger drive about to get going. Sitting at 1st place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. A big play there for L.A. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it.
And the Jags are going to take over at their own 41.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On 1st down, it's Robinson. And some space here. They can't tackle him. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
The 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half. Robinson.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
James Robinson
with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Justin Herbert and the rest of the Charger offense set to take over once more.
He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
He'll get that complete to Alberto.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field spot.
On Herbert, his third interception.
Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
And the Jaguars are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Off to start it out. Robinson. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down. That fits the bill.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 33. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field.
And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Again, it's Johnson.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the
touchdown, Chargers. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense ready to go back to work.
Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure his team sees him as confident.
It got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. And his pass incomplete. And that right there, his first incompletion of the game. Pretty remarkable.
So let's start talking about all-time records, because with that incompletion, maybe over a 2-game sequence, or maybe starts a new streak now, because Ryan Tannehill, over 2 games, hit 25 straight. Now, the incompletion, we're taking this record out of play. But Mark Brunell, when he's in Washington, 22 straight completions to start a game. This guy's on fire.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here.
Herbert on first down now. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert.
That's complete. Okuegbuna.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Albert O, as the first half is winding down.
And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
As they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break.
Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Lawrence. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on third down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. So we've reached the end, and just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gutton and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession.
And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. And out across midfield down to the 45.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play there for L.A.
And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else. Eckler.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2.
They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
This complete to Jones.
Second down at 5. Here's Lawrence to throw.
He's going to air one out, and that is incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for it. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Again, it's Lawrence.
Sets up the screen to Robinson, and able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. They overloaded that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. To try again after the sack. Lawrence. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 16.
They'll hand off here to Eckler.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Once more, here's Eckler.
Oh, nice move. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Justin Herbert looking to pass.
Right back to Williams, and this time he's got it. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
He's airing it out for Williams.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 24-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Touchdown! It's complete. Good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. After the touchdown, wants to kick it off.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Jacksonville set to go again offensively.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. From the gun, it's Lawrence. This is Shenault on the receiving end.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 46-yard line.
Now Lawrence.
And a dump off here to Robinson. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. But at this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
First down, Jacksonville.
Here's Lawrence.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Lawrence going to throw again. Connection made with Swindle.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on.
Touchdown, Jaguars!
Robert Tonyan
With his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Jaguars get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Jaguars 21.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 21. Throwing to start the drive.
Herbert.
It's complete to Williams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, Justin Herbert. Finding Williams once more, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
These guys are running an offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Herbert back to the air. And incomplete on the deep ball. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big game that time for the Chargers. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Again, Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And this will be caught. It's Johnson for the Charger touchdown. Deontay Johnson with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Chargers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. On 1st down, Lawrence. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Lawrence. That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack.
Lawrence. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
He'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And this is going to be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passing we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Herbert now. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Herbert. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I want him out. They tend to leave him in.
To the air again, Herbert. And he comes back with one complete.
And the Chargers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown. And the blowout continues. Wants to try to add the PAT. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory.
Oh, he sheds himself free. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Chargers offense back out and ready to go. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
They're going to pass here with Herbert. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams.
Williams loses the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now down to 20. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan.
Touchdown, Chargers! Jordan hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the
season.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
This one taken just inside the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. To throw again on second down. Lawrence. He's going to let it fly. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence.
Flush to his right. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Trevor Lawrence.
A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Continuing to keep their foot on the gas. And it looks like they're just having fun out there. They're loose, they're free, and they're enjoying what the scoreboard looks like.
I'd have to say I agree with you totally. They're having a blast out there all game long when they throw the football. They're picking up nice chunks of real estate, significant yardage on just about every throw that they make. And there's another one there, and they continue to have that fun that you just talked about.
Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all, haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of